Hey, what's up? It's Jack here with a BTN news update for Thursday, the 6th of June. First up, and the State of Origin kicked off last night. It's one of the biggest rivalries in Aussie sport, and on home turf, Queensland came out on top with a tight 18-14 win against New South Wales. There was plenty of action during the match, but it was actually a moment before things started that's got a lot of people around the country talking today. Some players from both teams chose to boycott singing the national anthem. They and many other people believe it does not fairly represent the history of Indigenous Australians. It's not the first time this issue's been brought up. Some Australians also believe Advance Australia Fair is a bit outdated. It was written over 100 years ago, and we don't really use words like "girt" anymore. Well, at least I don't. But there are plenty of other people who say Advance Australia Fair is just as stirring and just as relevant as it ever was. The FBI has released a bunch of documents from the 70s that was investigating Bigfoot. No, not just some guy with large feet, the mythical creature that people reckon they've seen but are yet to prove it exists. Bigfoot, also known as a Sasquatch, is said to be a hairy, upright walking, ape-like creature that dwell in the wilderness and leave footprints, hence why we know it has big feet. Some reckon they could be the missing link between humans, our human ancestors, or other great apes. There have been several supposed sightings of Bigfoot and a couple of blurry photos, but so far no one's been able to prove their existence, including the FBI apparently. Back in 1976, the FBI analysed mysterious hair and tissue samples that were brought in by Peter Byrne, a Bigfoot hunter. Unfortunately, the hair turned out to be part of the deer family. But that hasn't stopped people speculating and attempting to finally prove whether or not Bigfoot is, well, real. Some Aussie miners in WA have struck gold, literally, unearthing a whopping $2 million worth of the shiny stuff. The monster nuggets were found at the Beta Hump mine, which is about 600 k's east of Perth. The miners struck a rare pocket of visible gold over the weekend, and since then they kept digging and finding. In fact, they've now found almost 30 kilos of it, which is very lucky for them, and if they're looking for someone to take any of it off their hands, you know where to find me. There was a minor security threat during US President Donald Trump's visit to the UK. A cat wouldn't move from under his limo. But this wasn't just any cat, it was Larry the cat. He is the chief mouser at the UK's government headquarters. His duties include guarding the front door, napping on windowsills, and checking the undercarriage of visitors' cars. But this time, his duties caused a bit of a security risk. Larry wouldn't move from under the US President Donald Trump's limo, causing a minor catastrophe and delaying his schedule. And finally, what's the secret to picking the winning numbers in the lotto? A fortune cookie, apparently. A man in the US just won $344 million. He says he based his Powerball entry on a fortune cookie he got from his granddaughter, and now he has a fortune to celebrate. And that's all the news I've got for you today. I've got to go out and get a fortune cookie. But we'll see you again tomorrow with more. Bye!